Welcome back to STL TV Live. Brett Gregory Steen is here sharing with us his most memorable journeys through photography. So we're so excited to have you back here at STL TV, Brett. And you've been a photographer for a really long time, even though you're super young. So you
Yes,
said you started when you were 13.
It was about 13. I was inspired by my grandfather. He was an avid photographer, drove around all over the country for many years now and just taking photos of various different things. So I grew up around that, and he had a Kodak disc camera, and those were pretty popular in the 80s. So I had to have one, and that was my first camera, was a little Kodak disc camera.
So a Kodak disc camera, I'm trying to remember what those were like. What was special about it?
You know, it was a film camera, but the way it loaded, it was like a circled disc that just went inserted right into the back of the camera. You just shut it, point and shoot.
Yes,
there was nothing to it.
I'm having a total 80s flashback right now.
It was pretty popular. I don't really know why, but it was,
So in the world of photography has just changed so much.
Yes, it has.
And very quickly and rapidly it's changing even today. So how has it affected your art?
Well, I mean, it's been great. The thing is, now everything's digital, obviously, and for about 20 years I was shooting with a film camera, and you know, I got into a lot of weddings and fashion shows and various different just nightlife kind of events, and having a digital camera just saved my life. It was it just makes everything easier. As far as art world goes, I still really enjoy doing film work, just for I think it's more of the novelty now.
Yeah. So what's novel about it?
Well,
because to me, like digital is, I mean, that's the only, I don't even understand why you would want the novelty of film. That doesn't make sense to me. So why?
Well, you know, I think people still look at film as kind of the old school style, and people I think really enjoy it. As far as like my artwork, if I put up half film, half digital, people still really enjoy my film work versus my digital. And maybe it's just the persona of it, you know, because everything can be photoshopped, or you can
in digital.
do also, you can do all sorts of
does the average person perceive the difference? And we're looking at some of your pictures right here. Tell us about this, and we'll come back to my question.
Yeah, this was a Fashion Week with a Live magazine. I shot for Live for a little over a year. And there's the mayor and Attilio D'Agostino doing the start to the Fashion Week. And here's the mayor and Kimora Lee Simmons. He was giving her the key to the city. Another Fashion Week Live event. Here's Home Nightclub with me and Vince Neil, formerly of Motley Crue. And so this is like a lot of things that I was doing with the Live magazine. Here, Kid Rock Christmas party. Just shooting around different events.
So special events. So that's a different type of photography than, say, some of the travel work that you've done. And so what do you prefer?
Definitely prefer the travel. I love seeing parts of the world. I've been to 19 countries, some more than once. I lived in Scotland for a couple years. I lived in Italy for 3 months.
Okay, and these are some of your pictures from your travels, it looks like.
Yeah, a lot of that's West Coast. I'm from the Northwest, so that was Seattle, and this is Oregon. Another Oregon shot, actually. I just took that.
It's beautiful.
This Christmas, visiting family. There's Mount Shasta, Northern California, which actually is a 35mm film shot. And Neuschwanstein Castle, Germany.
Wow.
And Stonehenge. Again, I lived in Scotland for 2 years, so I had ample time to travel around in various parts.
Yeah, nice. Where's this child?
This is in Sri Lanka. This is travel after the tsunami back in, if you remember, December 24th, 2004, we had the tsunami going on, and I took part in a trip with a church here locally called The Journey, and we went I took a journey to India and Sri Lanka to help out doing relief work in the tsunami.
And you were able to shoot a lot of photographs. I'm sure they're
amazing. Actually, that's from that trip in India was the reason why I got into artwork.
Yeah.
A lot of people supported me to go, and when I came back, I held an art show, and then out of that spurned on a whole slew of art shows, and people hired me out to do various projects.
Well, we're going to talk more about your career in just a minute. We do need to take a quick break, but as we go to break, check out today's featured hot job, brought to you by Slate and Missouri Workforce Development. But stay with us for more of STL TV Live and Brett, the photographer, coming right back.